Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by, being a passenger on the P Reacts Daily Train. I appreciate everybody that's been coming by and helping out with the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out, especially since I'm a newer channel. Also, it helps with the algorithm. Don't forget, this is not a substitute for the original content, so go over to the original artist, watch it on their channel, give them a like, show them some love. Also, we don't redistribute any of the content, so we're following all the copyright rules. My name is P, and we'll get started on this video as soon as we see our disclaimer. All right, today's video, we're going to have an interview with The Warning, and this one is the Allison show, opening for Muse and secret weapon of their sibling magic. It's kind of what this is titled. This is the Allison Hagendorf show, and this, I think there's 2 parts to this, but we're going to break it into 4 parts because each of our parts is like an hour long or longer. So we're going to be doing 4 30-minute segments, I think is what it comes out to, but let's get this started.
Hello, my fellow music lovers. I'm Allison Hagendorf, and welcome to the show. This is where we celebrate the universal love of music and the rock and roll spirit that lives in each of us. My guests today are the 3 incredibly talented sisters who comprise the band The Warning. This is a band you need to know. They have been playing since they were old enough to even hold instruments and have already played alongside bands like Foo Fighters and Guns N' Roses. They are currently on their North American tour this month and will be opening for Muse in Europe this summer. We talk all about their relentless drive and work ethic, how they got their first break, what it's like to open for their idols, Muse, and the secret weapon of their sibling magic. And stay tuned after the interview for my sound advice, new music you need to know. It all starts now. Ladies, I'm so excited you're here. I have been following you for years now, and to have you in LA and to sit down, I'm so pumped. There's just so much I want to congratulate you on.
Thank you.
And also, I was admiring your Misfits tank. This is phenomenal.
I got it from a fan. Shout out to that fan. Thank you for the
Best fan gift.
Yeah.
I know.
Your greets.
I love that.
And we're honored to be here. Thank you so much for having us. This is
So cool.
Oh,
We're so happy
I am
to
honored to
make
have
it.
you guys here. Now tell me why you're in LA, what you guys have been working on.
Ooh, okay. Oh, are you gonna?
okay.
So we're here in LA. Basically, we're gonna write a lot. We're experimenting. We're in that era in our careers where we just want to try everything, new
Yes.
things, and we're so used to writing between each other. That's
Just
it.
us.
That's
So
it.
it's our first dip into co-writing, and it's been
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
LA is the place to do it, and we haven't had the time to write. We've been touring for
Nonstop.
2022
Yes, you
was
are.
nonstop. It was over 100 shows. So now this is the
Unreal.
little window of time we have before touring starts this year. So we're okay, let's go to LA and write.
Let's find out what we can do.
Going on.
Let's go.
So wait, I need to hear more about these co-writing sessions. So how has it been going? Because that's a whole new dynamic and chemistry. I
Yeah.
mean, first of all, the fact that you guys are sisters writing together, it's like a very intimate, comfortable dynamic.
Yeah.
So now you're in the room with strangers. It's a little bit like a first date, but it's the 3 of you together.
Yeah. We've talked about it. This is speed dating.
Speed dating.
We've been here for has it been 9 days?
I think so. I don't even know.
It's been one team per day. We meet new people every day.
Yeah.
So it's going into the room and saying "Hi, I'm Paulina, and these are my darkest fears. Let's write about them." It's just really weird. Doing that every day with new people. Sometimes you vibe, sometimes you don't, but all the sessions have been great.
Yeah.
They have been
It's
great.
some great people, and it's just been really fun. Very new.
And we've got to learn a lot from them, which is, I think, the most important thing, what you can grasp and then get.
So this is the first time in my lifetime that I've ever heard of a group going to LA just to write. That's a little odd to me. Because usually, from what I've known and from everybody in the past, is you just write when you have free time or you got time to think, and you sit there and you write your songs. Like on the bus would be a great time to do all the writing because they're bored out of their mind on the bus. So that's when they should be doing their writing, you would think. So it's a little weird to me that you would fly to LA in your downtime just so you can write. And then I understand they're meeting these other people that's going to help them write or guide them for the structure of writing maybe or something. But so yeah, I just thought that was something to talk about because it's like, man, I never realized you would just fly to somewhere to do a writing session. That's just something I like. When I wrote at home, I wrote it on the road or whatever, just whenever you think of it, you write down things and then you write about it when you get a spare moment. But to actually go somewhere just to write, that's a little different for me to understand.
To learn a lot from them, which is, I think, the most important thing, what you can like grasp and then get to do your own thing with it,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely been an experience.
An adventure.
Yes, an adventure.
It's definitely a character building exercise. Like you said, like going and meeting someone and then becoming as vulnerable as possible so you actually get great art to create.
Yeah. And it's weird because it's like a back and forth because you're explaining your situation. They're like, oh, I've been through, and then they just like, it's like a trauma dumping session.
Yeah,
but
it's
in
therapy.
the healthiest way possible. It's just really nice.
It's a healthy therapy session. Yeah. Oh my God. Now, I love that it's the three sisters. I am one of three sisters. So I as soon as I heard about you guys, I felt very connected. And I'm very close with my sisters. I think it's beautiful that you guys have been making music together. And I want to learn a little bit about like the earliest days with you guys, because obviously your parents played a huge role introducing music to you in general and then supporting you in your dreams.
Yeah, so we grew up in a very musical household. Our parents are not musicians. They're just music lovers. So how do you say, inculcaron? They like shared
They
that
brought us up like
with a love of music.
Yes.
Brought us up. That's the word, I think. And music was always just playing around the house, and we really loved it. And just like parents like put their kids in like soccer classes or swimming lessons. Our parents were like piano lessons. Just go have fun. And we started out like that. We like classically trained classical music, piano.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then our parents bought the video game, the Rock Band.
Yeah,
and that's where we found our thing. We were really like, I forget how young we were. I felt really grown up at the time. I was 6. I mean, I was 3.
You didn't even hold up a freaking.
Do you remember this?
Actually, I remember watching them play because I was so young. I couldn't even carry like the plastic guitar to play the Rock Band. So I just watched them play all the time. That's what I did when I was 3. I watched them play the Rock Band. Yeah, I did.
I love that. So Rock Band, you guys were great at it. But you can still be great at Rock Band and not decide that you're going to make this your life, So what was it that was that point where we're like, okay, this is what we're doing?
I think it's what we saw in the Rock Band more than like actually like playing it. Like it looked so fun to be on the stage. Everyone was just like cheering. It was like, I want to be part of that. So even though we had never done it before, I was like, Dad, I want to play the guitar. And he's like, are you sure? Your fingers are going to hurt. I was like, yeah. Aww. But one week I was just like, please, no. It hurts so much.
Right.
But no, then it was just because I started classic guitar. Like I started like an acoustic guitar with not nylon strings. The other ones, I forgot how they're called.
Steel strings?
I guess.
I'm trying to help you out. I don't know anything
so
about
much. I was
you get
just
like the calluses.
Yes, I had like my fingers were horribly but then there was no going back. Literally, we loved what we did, but we didn't play together.
No, at all.
We didn't.
I played the drums separately. Danny played her guitar. Ale was still not playing anything. She was playing the piano.
I played the piano.
But like years later, Ale like had an interest in the bass, so she started playing the bass by herself. Like we didn't play together. That wasn't a thing ever. Sometimes we played like the piano together.
Yeah.
But like guitar.
So when Danny was talking about the guitar, and how she would get calluses and stuff like that. Why didn't she play with a pick or something instead of using her fingers to play? Because you think after you would play a song or something and then it started kind of like hurting, you would say, okay, I don't want to do this. I want to use a pick or something. I suppose it's easier as far as muscle memory and everything to play with your fingers because it's more natural. You're not using a secondary instrument for the feeling sense of it or something. But yeah, that's why I was kind of curious. It's like, okay, if you're hurting yourself by playing the instrument, adjust and maybe use a pick or something. But I suppose after a while, you would build up the the thickness of your skin, but like calluses, I guess. But then again, you're going to lose feelings with the calluses. So it's just a little confusing. So yeah, it's just questions I have about those things.
Ever. Sometimes we played like the piano together.
Yeah.
But like guitar and drums, that wasn't a thing. But then Alice started playing the bass and we're like,
Wait a
like,
second.
We can play together.
Oh.
And we started learning cover songs, just playing songs that we liked. And playing like at our school and stuff like that. And then we started recording these covers and uploading them to YouTube. We recorded Enter Sandman,
Right.
which went viral.
That's the one.
And it was like when we started getting these very big opportunities that you wouldn't expect to get at that age, just starting out. It was like, oh my God, like their dreams are coming true. Let's do this for real. And I think that was the turning point.
And
Just
when we eventually started making our own music, that even became more
That was
legit.
it.
Yeah,
I was just like,
that
all
was it.
right, let's go.
So when the Enter Sandman cover came about, how old were you guys then? Was it like 9 to like 14?
Yeah, I was 14.
I was
12
and I was 9.
Yeah, that's incredible. So you guys really created your own luck, right? Because it was a preparation and opportunity meet. You had been practicing. You had been honing your crafts. I mean, how intense was your practicing at this point? Like, you guys were pretty dedicated musicians.
Very, very much so.
I don't remember how many hours.
Yeah,
but
me
practiced
all the
neither.
time.
We
more than a
practiced
couple hours
all the
every
time.
day. And it was like you come back from school, you would practice, then you would do your homework, and then you would practice the other instrument. Like it was a thing.
Yeah.
It was
And we had our
a whole
lessons.
schedule thing.
And our parents like really pushed us to it because you're a kid.
Yeah.
At one point you're gonna be like, no, I want to play with my toys. It was like practice. And that like we learned how to be disciplined like, in our craft since we were really young. So I feel like we've just been really lucky throughout our whole careers and we've gotten these amazing opportunities. But it's that discipline that we've had throughout our whole lives that like makes us take advantage of these opportunities to the fullest.
Yes.
And we're really grateful for that.
And
honestly.
also from discipline, we are very stubborn. When we didn't get a part, it was just like, I'm staying here until I play it right.
Yeah, I
We're
bet.
just like, I want to be able to play this.
So when did you actually become the Warning? Like the official band?
Official band. Okay, so we recently just turned 10 years as a band.
That is unbelievable.
But it's like half of my life.
Yeah, more than half of my life. Yeah.
It's just like, what? But like our
It's
first
unbelievable.
It
It's
is.
wonderful, guys. It's wonderful.
and our first gig was at a Christmas party at our school.
Yes.
But like the first time we used the name, The Warning, it was like a Battle of the Bands
type of event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
But
it was.
every single band had a name but us, so we're just like, well, we have to name
that's
our
gonna be
How
the
the hell
name.
did you come up with that?
We would daydream about having an album
Yeah.
that it was called The Warning. And it was like the like just for now name.
Yes.
We're like, we're gonna change it later. No, like we didn't love it. It was not like, oh my god, we're called The Warning.
Yes.
It was like we don't have another option right now.
So
That's gonna be it. But then we went viral and everyone was like, oh, The Warning. So it was like,
well,
we'll
we're
stick with
keeping
The Warning. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know
we
what?
learned to love it.
Yeah, we
It's
learned
awesome.
to love
It's a good
it.
name.
We've grown with
It's
it.
a great name.
Yeah.
When you did go viral, did you feel the pressure to really like quadruple down and like now just take advantage of this momentum? Like, was there a pressure?
I feel like I don't
I
remember it like that.
No,
I feel like
'cause
as a kid, I was just like, well, this is my life now.
Yeah,
but like,
we were so young that we really didn't understand the concept of like
yeah.
what happened and like going viral. We
Right.
didn't really understand it. We were just like suddenly we had more interviews and stuff like that. But apart from that, we really didn't understand completely like what was
I
going
feel like
on.
if that would happen right now, I would feel pressure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was
But
12.
back then,
I was in my own little world.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I get to play the drums now. Awesome.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity to keep doing what you were already doing.
Right.
In hindsight, it's like, damn. Okay. that was big. Yeah. But
I love that you said the pivotal point was when you started doing your own music. Because you realized you didn't want to be known as just a cover band, and creating your own music was really the key. Yeah. So talk to me about early days of creating music. Where did you even begin? And was there sort of like artists you looked to sort of be inspired by or to emulate?
Okay, so first of all, the weird thing about this is that, well, we're Mexican. We grew up speaking Spanish. That's our main language.
We live in Mexico.
But the first ever creations that we did was English songs. That's it. And I feel like that was a big thing in our starting releasing our own original music, because we had the attention of the Enter Sandman one. Now, like, since we were singing in English, people are like, oh, well, I can actually listen to this. But our first ever creations were very all over the place.
Like, we didn't have specific like influences that we were like, I want to sound like that. It was just like, let's write a song and let's see what comes out. And it was just, but it was like an exercise. We had a teacher. His name is Pablo Gonzalez, and he was Alice's bass teacher. But then he started teaching us like musicianship. And he was like, you should start writing. And we're like, sure.
And what does that mean exactly?
Yeah. So he really pushed us into start like exploring what we wanted to say or how we wanted to sound. And it was really fun because like I play the drums, right? But I also play the piano. But I write on the piano. But I remember like the first time just figuring out like, oh my God, I can use these chords and they're going to sound like this. And it was just like a whole new world was opened of possibilities that I had never thought that we could do before.
Yeah.
And it was just really fun. But we were still finding our footing like for the first years.
Which is so funny to me now because our first ever songs are actually out. Our first EP is there.
It's out.
So you can hear our like tiny baby voices being like, "Hi." It's no.
Yeah. I try to ignore it. It's like it's there. And it's cute. We started out with that. I'm not ashamed of it, but it's people can stream it. Like they can sit down and say, "I'm going to listen to that song." And it's just like,
it's impressive. You guys were children. You were actual children creating your own music, writing your music, and playing your own music. Yeah. I mean, I think that is so impressive. I hope you guys feel
like that. It does feel like
that's so crazy. You're just sitting there and you're watching and you're learning and making up songs as a kid and stuff like that, and now they're like pretty famous songs. You know, you could stream them, you could check them out, you can listen to them, you could download them, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, what an honor to have that happen. And yeah, it's probably somewhat embarrassing because you're like, oh man, that was before I was really honing in and trying to make things sound good, you know, and they're just raw and just kind of slapped together stuff, you know. So yeah, very nice. But yeah, so such a lot of information in this, a lot of explanations of different things and kind of how it went, and this is pretty much the way it goes for most people, you know, as far as when they're trying. It's just a matter of catching that lucky break. Like they got the Enter Sandman break where everybody just started watching the video, and then that made them famous. A lot of people do all the same things, but they don't get that break. So it's just a stroke of luck that happens at the right time, right moment, and it could catapult you into stardom. But let's get back to this.
Oh, okay. But at the time, it was just like, it's what we knew, like, what to do, and we just really liked it. Okay,
now, tell me about, like, you said before, you called the sibling magic, which I love. You know, I mean,
creatively, how do you guys work together? Does someone come in with an idea? Or do you just jam together?
No, it's weird. We do have this weird telepathy kind of thing that works a lot, especially in live shows. We would just be like, and we're like, okay,
that's
we
incredible.
know what needs to happen. But usually, up until right now, Pao is the one who on the piano, she just goes crazy and gets a lot of different chords, concepts, lyrics, and that's where we yes, that's where we go from, which is. It's so funny if you think about it. Most of our songs start as a rock ballad on the piano, and then we just kind of the warnify it in the actual instruments.
Yeah.
And
it's
weird. It's a good process that we have.
Yeah.
And now that we're writing with other people, we realize how special it is because writing songs, it's I was going to say having babies, but that sounds weird. But it's no. It's your child.
It's your musical children.
It's right there, and then you just hand it over for it to be torn apart and then put back together, and it's weird.
It goes back to the vulnerability.
It's a heavy process. And with my sisters, there's no sugarcoating it. We're working with other people.
Yeah.
It's maybe we can go around and do this. And they're like, I hate it. We're not going to do that. And it's just okay.
That sucks.
But we know that it's nothing personal. We can work with no strings attached and just really get things done. And we do understand each other in a really special way. Danny, it doesn't matter if it's in English or in Spanish, but when we're working creatively, she says things
that don't make sense.
She says words, and it's a sentence, but
it doesn't make sense.
It's not a thing.
I could be very incoherent. Yeah.
And we're she's just it just needs to sound like "guh," and we're like, what are you talking about? Yes. But after all these
years, to my sisters to understand.
We know what "guh" means now. We understand each other.
We're getting the hang of it. Yeah.
So now that we're working with other people, we just take a second to huddle up in Spanish and be like.
All right.
What are we doing? And then Danny says her incoherent things and we make sense of it and then we communicate it to the other writers but it's a cool process because we ground each other. We keep each other humble. It's no, you're not gonna do that. That's not cool.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Last year, Error, of course, was a massive moment for you guys.
Yeah.
On so many levels, as artists, as musicians, as songwriters, as women. It's a phenomenal album. So I just want to say congratulations. It's really a culmination of all of the hard work. I mean, you guys are veteran musicians. I mean, to think of that. I mean, it's pretty so old. No, but it's incredible that you are so young. When you finished that album, how old were all of you? I mean,
when we finished Error?
I was 20.
I was
Well, I turned 21 when we
in the mixing. So I was 18. And during the mixing, I was 19.
Yes.
I was 15.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
You're kidding.
Literally, I'm calling you veterans, and you were literally 15 to 20.
Yeah.
I was 15.
You were 15. Jesus Christ.
It's because, man, pandemic years are so weird.
That's true. That's true. The pandemic years, it's like dog years. It's
I don't remember being that young.
I was 15. I don't either.
But I get it. Okay.
But that album, I feel like, to this date, has made the biggest splash for you guys. That's when you started really getting on festivals and incredible tours and amazing opportunities to open for bands like Foo Fighters and Muse, which I want to talk more about, and Sammy Hagar and all these things. Tell me what was going on for you, because you guys had been playing and honing your craft for so many years at this point, but this album was a turning point individually and also in your career. So tell me about this whole point in your life and how it felt.
Well, I think first of all, it was a big shift in our band as a career because we had been an independent band for the rest. I mean, all of it up until right now. So we signed with Lava Records and Republic Records in 2020. It was mid-pandemic.
It was July, mid-pandemic.
It was a weird timing, but it was great for us. And we already had this album planned, and we were like, okay, we're now recording it with someone we had never worked with in an environment that we had never been in, because we are now okay, we're gonna have a producer who has a lot of experience.
David Benda.
David Benda.
Shout out David. Shout out Jason Flom. I remember when he told me about you guys, and I was like, oh hell yes. Very excited. Yeah.
So like we were going into stuff that we've been doing for our whole lives, but in a very different
Capacity,
and way. So we're just like, all right,
but it was like the step to take. Like we were really excited about like, oh, it's the next level. That's what you would say. Like, okay, let's go. And it was mid-pandemic. It was weird, like the recording of it, but it was great. And we learned how to be musicians again. I don't know how to explain it, but we went to the David Benda boot camp, which we've talked with other bands about it, and they're like,
it's a thing. Tell me more about this boot camp. I love this.
It was just like during pre-pro, like we thought we were really tight with our demos, and we were playing it for David, and David was like, "You're so out of time." And we're like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" He's like, "No, you're gonna use my click, and you're gonna learn how to play with each other because you're playing individually. You're not playing as a band." And we're like, "What are you talking about, David?
Right.
What do you mean?"
Yeah.
But after like the whole process, we went back to Monterrey, and we were starting to rehearse the songs. And we were like,
that process
we
was
played horribly. I was like,
horribly.
I felt like a bad musician.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to drum. And then Ali and I would play together. Like we would just play together, her and I.
Yeah, we just
and I would stare at Ali's fingers, and I would have to hit it at the same time as Ali was doing like the.
Yeah, like
playing.
I remember we were so out of time, and we learned how to play again together.
Yeah, literally.
It was.
But you know what?
Wow.
Yeah.
More than anything about timing or whatever, like the parts, we felt like we were playing like humans. Does that make sense?
For the first time. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
You got so into what you were doing. It's like, I have to get it right or whatever, that you forgot to like groove, to be part of it, to be in the music.
Right.
And that is something that not a lot of people think about, that can be listened to.
Yes.
You know,
But
like you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel
Huge
that in
difference.
an album when it's recorded with like feeling.
Yeah. So the instrumentation is one part of it, but the heart and soul is the other.
The other part.
And you have to have both.
Because it's very easy to lose yourself and want it to be perfect.
Yes.
Playing everything perfectly by yourself.
Yeah.
But it was just an insane process.
It was.
But we didn't tour. It was the pandemic. So then the album comes out. It came out 2 years after we recorded it.
Right.
It was just there. And it was really weird because we couldn't do anything with it because we had to tour with it. We had to promote it, but we couldn't. Everything was closed down. We canceled like 2 tours.
2 tours.
3 tours.
Yeah. Brutal.
And it was our
were so
first
bummed.
time. Like it was gonna be our first time headlining
The U.S.
like our tours in the U.S. And then everything was canceled. But then 2022 came around and we started touring. It was our first time headlining in the U.S. It
like
was brutal.
Our first show ever coming back from the pandemic was in Daytona.
Oh my God! It was Welcome to Rockville.
Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah.
That was like,
Okay, it was
we're
a great
coming back.
It was a great experience.
It was a great experience.
But it was such a wonky show. Like it was it was our thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we were just like, what is going on? And we hadn't played
in
festivals
years.
in the U.S.
Ever.
It was like one of our first festivals here, and we were all just like,
We had so much fun
"What is
though.
going?" It was fun, but we were wonky. So now that
You felt rusty, like you felt not
It's like,
conditioned.
do I even remember how to do
we're
this
about to play
in front of an
Rockville again
audience?
this year, and we're like, thank God, because we can show the people. They're like, we're cool. We swear, swear that we're better now. But we started our headlining tour in the U.S. in 2022,
Yes.
and it was like how many dates and how many days? Do you
It
know?
was like
We were
27 dates.
And we
and
were
like,
there for like 42 days or something.
yeah. It was like
a
very...
really, it was just at one after the other, one after the other. And
Now
we
that
had
is boot camp.
no, we
That's
had
real
never
boot
toured
camp.
like that
Yeah.
before, and never also like in the U.S. It was like, oh, clavado, un clavado.
No,
How do you
I
say
have
that? It was
no
like a
idea.
deep dive.
Deep dive
Yeah, and
into
like
Yeah.
into cold water, like just, and it was like so many firsts for everyone, like not only us, but like in our team as well. But I'm really grateful that we had that because it was grueling and it was brutal.
Yes.
In every sense of the word. Like
now we can take on
emotionally,
anything.
physically.
Yeah.
Like we survived that.
We did.
And then we started touring with Hailstorm and the Pretty Reckless.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that
It was
because I
awesome.
love
That was
both bands.
It was
Awesome.
awesome. So we felt really like nervous about it. We were like, we just toured by ourselves. Like maybe this tour is a bit easier because
we can
like
do
it's
it.
their tour and we're just here to support. But it's a really different switch opening for bands than like your headlining ones.
Right.
Because you have to prove not only like to the bands that are inviting you to play
That you
like,
were worth it.
Yeah, like thank you for
right.
taking a chance on us. And also you have to convince everyone in the crowd, like, look at me, listen to me. Right
Yes.
here, hello.
Yes.
And also like we're a Mexican band touring the US for the first time. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. So it was also like we also have to prove that we can be a part of this country's industry as well. And just like, hey, listen to us. We have something
let's
to
go.
say.
Yes.
And most of it, we were just really trying to get people to have a good time for the
Yeah.
rest of the evening.
And like prepare the crowd for like the bands that we're about to come up, like to hype them up.
To hype them up,
So like the
yes.
Pretty Reckless and Hailstorm could have the best crowd ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah. It was
Also,
great.
touring with those
tour.
two bands, of course, they both have very strong, incredible, talented women. Talk to me about doing some festivals where you're one of the only female bands.
Right.
Oh, that's
All right, so we're going to stop it there. Originally, I said it was going to be 4 parts, but that's actually incorrect because I think I divided it into 2 parts. And so when I seen it again, I seen there was 2 parts and they were like an hour long, but the hour long is the whole thing. So I should have probably broke it up into 4 15-minute segments, but we're going to stop it here and we'll start. This will be in 3 segments. There's this segment's part 1. Part 2 will be about 15 to 20 minutes, and part 3 will be about 15 to 20 minutes. So, but that'll do it for today. We'll start tomorrow in part 2 at around the 26-minute mark area, so we have a little overlap. But yeah, so thank you for that request, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You beautiful people, have a great day, and goodbye for now.